All right, we're going to take a look at the types of trading setups that you have when it comes to placing the insurance part of the insurance trading system. This is the insurance part on the side of the insurer or the broker side, not the client side. There are two types of insurance or replacement: inside and outside, or volatile and non volatile. An inside trade is placed where the actual entry order to the Forex insurance begins within the strike and ends at the strike, where the take profit for the Forex and the strike price for the option are the same. That is for an inside trade where you have lots of distance and lots of time. For example, you have over 18 hours and you have 20 plus pips. You can go in at this rate with a smaller pip rate and more distance, and you have more time with which to do this. Now, what you're looking at here is an outside or volatile range where you have a small time frame and a small window, whereas we have in this instance 77.80 and 77.40 as the strikes. So there's only 40 pips of distance for the entire trade. So in this case, you would have the entry order to the Forex placed outside the strike zone, which is at the entry level, and the strike zone are the exact same. So we enter on the top strike at 77.80 because below 77.80, the strike is good. So you enter from 77.80 until you will need at least, in this case, we're going at a full lot size. We're right at a full lot size, 0.9. So this is $9 a pip. So 10 pips is $90, whereas the value of the contract is around $75. This gives you a profit and or transaction costs covered in this ratio. Below 77.80, so I said the strike is good, so there is no need to go ahead and place an entry order. Because you have so much volatile chop in this small area, it would not be wise to place an entry order below 77.80. If you were to look at the previous time frames before it, and you can look back and see how it would have performed had you placed this order in between now and then, you can see that you would have had plenty of opportunity to strike out and come back and hit your stop, and that would hit an amazingly high number of times in such a close volatile range. So there is no need to place this order until you have um, this order actually covered. Now, you can combine the two as well if you wanted to. In this case, because you have a level that is so high above 77.80, and right now you're currently sitting at 77.68, 77.70, you're sitting right at that level. That would be designed for an outside setup. But because you are sitting so high above 77.40, you could technically, if you wanted to, let's see if we can do this. You could bring your entry level from 77.40. Let's go ahead and do this here. You could bring your entry level from 77.40 to say 77.55 or 56. You could make this your entry level, so you'd have an inside and an outside in this case if you were to do this. So if price were to fall down to 77.56 and fall all the way to 77.40 in this case, this would be an inside, and you would have from 77.80 to 77.96 as an outside. and this is within the same pair. It is up to you as the trader to determine which way and which entry level you would have, and that depends on several things: the time, the currency pair that you're using, its profile, and its average true range. And also, it could be you can include in time when you say which session that you're looking at, because now it is currently the end of the New York session, and we are looking at the start of the Asian session coming up. So you also have coming in New Zealand would be the first one. So we're looking at the dollar, the Aussie dollar. So you could expect some volatility coming into the Aussie United States dollar pair coming up around 7 o'clock. So that would be a good way to play this as well. But this is the basic concepts of entry order levels when it comes to forex pairs and insurance trading.